Hey, one thing you can do with AI is create engaging activities in any content area, any grade level, any ability level. So today we're going to talk about Eduaide, Magic School, and ChatGPT and how to create those activities for your class. Let's take a look. So if we're going to generate some hands-on tasks using Eduaide, it's Eduaide AI. And when you go there, the home screen looks like this. You type in your subject or you drop it down to your subject. Let's do mathematics, 11th grade mathematics, and we'll do some engagement activities. And then if you're not really sure how Eduaide works, over here on the right-hand side is the create a new resource page. Just follow those instructions. And then down at the bottom, we'll type in a couple of standards, which I already have copied and pasted. These are 11th grade standards for Algebra 2. And then I'm going to do add to workspace. And down on the right-hand side, the activities to get students' attention immediately show up. I've got 5 at the top. I've got some would you rather questions, a deep question, applied scenario-based, thought experiment, and some riddles for my students. So that's a real quick way to generate some hands-on activities or some engagement tasks in Eduaide. Now let's take a look at Magic School. Looking to create engaging questions in our math in Magic School. It works a little bit different than Eduaide. In Magic School, there's lots of different options. So when you log in, you're going to see all of these different things that you can do in Magic School. But there are 6 that pertain to our 11th grade calculus math question. So what I did was I highlighted them by clicking the star, and it favorites them and puts those at the top of the page. So if you're a math teacher, that's a really good idea to put your most used products up at the top. So again, we're going to stay with our Algebra 2 problem that we had before. So now we have 6 different things that we could use for favorites: math, story, word problems, DOK, PBL questions, UDL, universal design questions, math spiral review, and real world connections. So let's take a look at each one of these except DOK, which we'll talk about in a second. So I'm going to go into my math word story problems, 11th grade, 3 questions. I'm going to type in those 2 standards again. So we'll put those 2 standards that we used previously in my standard spot. And then what I will do is I can customize my story topic by typing in JHS football. And so now my story will deal with the JHS football team. So here we go. We've now got JHS football word problems. So ticket sales, field dimensions, etc. So these are some issues that we could use to teach those standards for JHS football. Likewise, if I go to choice board, I could do the same thing. So put those standards back in and hit generate. And then immediately my choice board for UDL comes out, and I've got lots of different options for kids to show that they can do those particular standards. And you would just repeat the same thing. For DOK, I'm going to skip because Jason's going to do that in his higher order questioning video. Math spiral review shows what you could do before and after. Real world connections obviously does the same thing, but talks about, so when the kid says, why are we doing this? You immediately have an answer. And the PBL stuff is really cool too. Same idea, just paste in those standards and then you're good to go. And it actually will give you all these PBL ideas project-wise, and tells you what the teacher can do, student voice and choice. So we're talking about personalized learning. We've got reflection in there, which is great. And it even gives you the public product at the end. So all options for your kids to take a look at engaging activities in any subject at any level with any standards. So definitely check out Magic School for that. Here we are at chat.openai.com or ChatGPT, and we'll do the exact same thing. We'll ask it to create engaging projects in math for those 2 standards. With anything in ChatGPT, we want to make sure that they make sense, and not being an algebra or math person, I have no idea if exponent exploration or radical expressions make sense. But another thing we could do is we could refine our search. So let's try that. So we ask it for small group activities, and here's what we get.